just arrived to Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina, and I'm so excited.
But before we can watch mesmerizing tango dances, dig into pounds of mouth-watering steak, and drink countless bottles of Malbec, there's a few things we have to take care of first.
A few things. We have to figure out so much. We have to figure out the metro system, get SIM cards for our cell phones, get adapters for our electronics, and also we have to figure out this blue dollar exchange rate.
Tranquila, tranquila, we got this. Here's everything you need to do to visit Buenos Aires.
The Argentinian peso is the official currency of Argentina, but unfortunately for native Argentines, it's pretty unstable.
Due to inflation and strict government controls, many Argentinians are eager to move their money into the more stable currency of the American dollar.
The government spends more than it has. To keep up, it borrows or prints more money, which devalues a currency.
Inflation hit a staggering 94.8% in 2022, the highest annual figure since 1991.
What do you do to survive inflation in Argentina?
Well, I do what every Argentinian guy does. I buy dollars.
I buy, of course, the American dollar.
If I have money, I buy dollars.
But this is great news for anyone visiting the country with US dollars because it will grant you access to the Argentinian blue dollar or tourist dollar.
This market operates outside of the official exchange rate set by the government, but the value of the blue dollar is significantly higher than the official rate.
Yeah, this means that you can almost double your money or half the cost of anything that you buy in the country.
And there are ways to take advantage of the blue dollar exchange rate, and we explored a bunch of them during our time in Buenos Aires. Perhaps the best way to take advantage of the blue dollar is to bring USD with you and trade them on the black market in Argentina.
Side note, it doesn't matter where you get your USD from.
Since we'd been traveling for 4 months, we didn't have USD on us. So we opted for a longer flight with a layover to Panama City, where USD is the official currency.
We withdrew all the money we needed for our time in Argentina from the ATM at the Panama City airport, but the ATM only gave us $20 bills, and that was a no-go.
To take advantage of the blue dollar rate in Argentina, you'll need fresh, unfolded $100 bills in perfect condition.
Exactly. So after withdrawing our money in the Panama City terminal, we exchanged the $20 bills that we got for $100 bills at the money exchange booth nearby.
Once you arrive in Buenos Aires with US dollars in hand, head to the famous Calle Florida.
Calle Florida, or Florida Street, is a well-known touristy shopping street where you'll find street performers and large stores, but also a bustling black market.
As you walk down the long street, you'll often hear people known as arbolitos who will shout cambio, or change, to random passers-by.
In less than a minute of walking down the street, we were approached by a lot of arbolitos, or little trees, each with a different exchange rate.
We used the app Dollar Blue Hoy to make sure we were getting the current blue dollar value.
We couldn't film it, but we met with an arbolito named Miguel who agreed to exchange $200 for 68,000 pesos, which at the time was nearly double the official rate.
Double. It was a little unusual, but after agreeing upon a rate, we followed Miguel to a nearby office in the back of one of the shopping malls.
The experience was a little strange, but it was a straightforward transaction, and we returned a week later to do it all over again without any issues.
While blue dollar exchange rates are illegal black market transactions, officials in Argentina quietly tolerate it.
The illegal market is so widespread that Santangelo says that some of his clients are police officers and government workers. He also says that arbolitos like him get fed the rate of the street dollar, directly from people inside the central bank.
While we were walking down on Florida Street, there were tons of police officers walking past these arbolitos shouting cambio, but they were completely ignoring it. They made no actions and did nothing to stop them.
Recently, in order to attract more tourists, the Argentinian government has agreed to exchanging up to $5,000 at the blue dollar rate to tourists.
So another way to take advantage of the blue dollar rate that's a little bit easier than dealing with people and making black market deals on the street is to send yourself money via Western Union.
And it's pretty easy. First, you must create a free account on the Western Union website. Then send money to yourself using a debit card. Enter the amount of dollars that you want to send, and it will show you how many Argentinian pesos you will receive.
Once you've completed the online transaction, head to the nearest Western Union location and pick up your money. Easy peasy.
Oh, but don't forget to bring your passport because they will definitely ask you for it.
But hands down, the easiest way to take advantage of the blue dollar rate, and this is brand spanking new, is just to use your credit card.
Yeah. Beginning November 2022, the Argentinian government has allowed the blue dollar rate on credit card transactions.
This only applies to foreign issued credit cards. So this is just for tourists to take advantage of.
And of course we tested it. So we bought some things with our credit card, and yes, it definitely worked. It was definitely better exchange rate than the official rate. Most times it was a little bit higher than the blue dollar, than what we got on the street, but only maybe by $1 or so.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Argentina has a robust transportation system that is considered to be one of the best and most extensive in Latin America.
The metro system is a very convenient and affordable way to get to major touristy destinations around the city, with trains running frequently and well connected to buses and other forms of public transportation.
And it's cheap too. Each trip only costs about 42 Argentinian pesos, or about 12 cents in USD, using the blue rate, of course. That is way less than you would pay for an Uber or a taxi.
Unfortunately, at the time of our trip, there was a shortage of metro cars. There weren't any metro cars at the metro stations, and there were no vending machines selling them either.
This is the hardest metro card access we've ever had to find.
That was a quest to find the metro card that we need to take the metro here in Buenos Aires. Everything that I've read before said that it was very easy to find. You just go to a metro station, or subte as they call it here, and then to use the subte, you need a card that you need to put money in, and the card is called SUBE, S-U-B-E. And everything I read said that it was easy. You just go to a station or a pharmacy or some store, and you can just buy the card. But that was not the case.
Nope. We went everywhere. We went to every corner store. We asked everyone. Most people was just like, good luck. Or,
yeah,
you're never gonna find it. And they just like, or maybe try this corner store, like literally random corner stores that are just like across the street.
A guy told me like, oh, good luck, you cannot find those anymore. And I was like, what? How do you even use the metro?
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of having a metro if you can't get access to it?
So finally we find one kiosk after a lot of people pointed us in different directions. And the guy sold us a card, which looks like this. Well, it's in there.
But the card's empty.
Yeah, you can only buy it for 300 pesos. And then you have to go somewhere else to charge it, like a station, like a train station, or another store that has the machine to recharge it. Apparently we both can use one card. You only need it to enter. You don't need it to get out of the station.
God.
And so we're gonna go try the metro now. Hopefully this was worth it, because this was a quest.
We had a really hard time trying to find them, and we never really figured out why. We even asked a metro employee why there weren't any cards, and he simply replied, I don't know, there just aren't any. During our travels around the world, we used an eSIM. Unfortunately, it had slow internet service and really spotty coverage. So, since we'd planned to be here in Argentina for a month, and since we already had our phones unlocked, we decided to pay for a local telephone service. Claro is one of the best and cheapest plans in Argentina and in South America, really. Yeah, it only costs about 3,500 pesos, or $10, using the blue rate, for a SIM card plus 25 gigabytes of data for 30 days. And if you want to add minutes, it's a pretty small fee. To add or re-up gigabytes data on your phone, we had to go to a pharmacy, specifically one called Pharmacy. There, you provide the cash register with your phone number and tell them how much you want to add, and it's pretty easy.
For some weird reason though, they have a 2,000 pesos cap per day that you can add to your account. But once you pay, you can go to the Claro app or website and buy any of the data packs that they have there for purchase.
It's a little bit inconvenient to re-up and add data, but really it's way cheaper than what we were doing before.
Oh yes. Most outlets in Argentina use the rare type I-plug, unique to Argentina, Chile, and a few other places in South America. And it looks just like this.
The voltage is also 220 volts, which is very different from the 110 commonly found in the United States and Canada.
This means that some electronic devices, such as laptops and smartphones, may require a voltage converter to work properly in Argentina.
Well, we brought several power converters. None of them had this very unique plug, so we had to head out and try to find them.
Thankfully, unlike the Metro cards, these plugs are pretty easy to find at local corner stores, and many times they are pretty cheap. This one was only 250 pesos.
Many of our Airbnbs also had a couple of them for use as well. Some of the appliances here we noticed used some American plugs, so hopefully you'll be able to find some yourself. That should be everything a first-time visitor needs to know in order to visit or live in the city of Buenos Aires.
Well, not everything. What about how to choose the right bottle of wine or how to order your steak?
Well, I mean, some things they're just gonna have to figure out on their own.
Or you could subscribe to our channel and follow our adventures in Argentina in our next video.
Yes, you should definitely do that. You should also comment and like.